Hello, my name is Steven, and I was the guy reading the Bible to you the other day. I refused to show my face then because I don't know if it's either I have a problem with people that know me seeing me, or I just don't want to be seen by anybody at all. Now, that doesn't really matter, but it talks more about my personality because my whole life I've lived in a way where I'm under the radar, or I try to put myself under the radar. If I found myself being infamous, maybe in my school or something, or in a community, it was not my choice. Yeah, but that doesn't really matter because we gotta get over that, and I have gotten over that, and it's for the purposes of why I created this channel. Because for a long time now, I've had this feeling, or I don't know whether to call it premonition or whether to say it's some sort of a pulling, yeah, or like a call from God. I feel like He's telling me that if I just locked in, there's this one generational level lock-in, that once I tap into it, everything I've thought of, everything I've envisioned, everything I've dreamt of will start slowly coming into fruition, right? And I guess for me, unfortunately, it starts off very small in the things that are just not noticed. But then again, a small thing becomes a big thing. To Him, I was gonna quote a scripture there, but I it's just gone now, but it doesn't matter. Point is, the point of this YouTube channel, the point of the videos that I make is for this lock-in to actually just come into fruition. I feel like if I put this stuff on YouTube, then I have some sort of accountability. Because if it's just me and I tell myself that, hey, I'm gonna just be accountable to God, I would like to believe that I will fully commit to that and have no hindrances. And I've tried to make accountability partners with people, but that doesn't usually work out. So this is the best option. So it gives some sort of level of accountability, and it's multi-purpose. Whoever is out there and wants to actually lock in as well, they can see me and think, hey, I wanna do that too. Or maybe you've also been feeling this level of, I need to lock in now. Of course, everyone's been feeling that way, but how many people actually do it? Not many. And those that do, good on them, and God bless them, because they actually do it, and they don't tell anybody anything. They work in silence, and they get what they need to get done. But me, I need accountability. Otherwise, I'll just revert back to a bunch of things that I did that weren't actually helping me, but were fun and were reasonable to do to an extent. Not going to talk about that. But yeah, on that note, remember when I mentioned starting small? Yeah, the verse that I was looking for, I don't know where it is still, but I always do this. The verse will always come to my head, but I'll never know where it is. I've tried. Believe me, I've tried, because whenever I do meditate on scripture, it's both. I meditate on both the verse, where the verse is, like I'll say Matthew chapter what, verse what, and then I will quote whatever that verse says. But for some reason, the Lord always just brings up the words to me, never the place. Then again, all I needed the words. So that verse says, do not despise the days of small beginnings. Yeah. Don't despise the days of small beginnings. And I'm not going to. I think these are the the best days. Like, you get to experiment, you get to see what works for you, see what doesn't. Unfortunately, that means that you will see me through a steering wheel right now because I don't have a proper place to record my videos yet. When I think about it, I could record literally anywhere, but my best option is the car. But yeah, I'll give you updates on my life through the car. Controlled updates though, because I don't want to just put my entire life out there. But yeah. I guess I pretty much said what I wanted to say. That just brings me to what the heck this video is about. So remember, it's about locking in, but it's about locking in every area of my life, or our life at this point, whoever is joining and seeing this. And life is complicated, there's many parts into it. But for me, it's not only working out, well, God is first. It's not only locking in my relationship with God, which is going good. It's not, but it's also working out, making money in some sort of a way, getting experience, all of this stuff. So, for me, I've already gotten a job. But that's following a job that I already had. It was an internship. But that doesn't matter right now because, well, we live in the now, not in the past. So, the internship was in IT. It just helped me discover the fact that I want to go into IT. But yeah, I left that. I'm not gonna explain why. It was just for personal reasons. I left that and I decided I'm gonna go to school full time because of it. Because I was actually making, for a starter, I was making good money. Yeah, I was making really good money. Yeah, I could have even bought a car if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I knew I wasn't gonna stay there for long, so then I decided I'm just gonna get all the experience I need to get. Because my original plan was to stay there for 6 months anyway. I ended up staying for 7. Just for the extra money. Shocker. But, yeah. With that being said, I got another job. But I only make like 10% of what I made last time. But that doesn't matter. It's just for the experience because I get a certificate afterwards. The job's in retail. Yeah, I would have liked to have started this when I started the job, but I just didn't. But I'm here now, and that's what's important. And I got the contract long ago, like 5-6 weeks ago. Yeah, I got the contract, and what they would do is that they would make us, well, ideally, they wanted us to read it there and then sign afterwards. But because I arrived a little late, because there were people that came there at 8 o'clock. We were supposed to be there by 9. But turns out you could have come even earlier than that. So people were there. And because I only came at like 8:45 or 9 o'clock, I couldn't read the contract there. I could only sign an initial where I've supposedly read. And then I give it to them. And they gave me a copy of that contract. Yeah. I don't fully know whether this company cares or not that I'm just, reading their stuff out there. So, just for safety, I'm just gonna tell you, it is a very famous retail company. It could be anything. You think of what it is. But yeah, basically in there I'm a general assistant. What I do is that they put me all over the place and see wherever I'm needed, I suppose. Whether that be on the sales floor, that be in the back end, the front end, which are the tills and stuff like that. Wherever they need me, they'll put me there. But yeah, this is the contract of employment that they gave me. And I got the great idea to read it in a video, because then if I do that, I actually read the thing. Because it's been 6 weeks and I have not read it once. Well, I've read it a little, but that was just for the leave days. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, we'll get there. And because this contract is actually long, it feels like, terms and conditions, which nobody ever reads. Almost nobody. There are people that actually read there. Don't worry, I see you. And I respect you guys for it. Okay, it's not that long. It's 13 pages. I am also going to read the customer service policy though, but that's going to be in another video. It's for the sake of me actually reading this stuff, because otherwise I just won't do it. And I'm dragging you guys into this so that we can both read this, right? And that will get that will get you to a point where you decide, hey, maybe I should read it myself. But if you don't, I'll read it for you. And hey, you could be in the same program that I'm in, right? And you may also have gotten the same contract that I'm holding right now, right? And you also have never read it. Who knows? The situations or the possibilities are endless. Nonetheless, yeah, we're gonna read this. But anyway, it's a very famous thing. I think if I tell you what it is, some of you, because you have ball knowledge, you will know what it is. So I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna read the contract to you, and whenever the name comes up, I'll just blur it or whatever I can do. But yeah, and for the sake of not making this video too long, I'm only gonna read like maybe 2-3 pages, and then I'll read the rest in other videos. Just to like milk views. Yeah, I'm kidding. It's for me, because I don't think I want to read this whole thing in one sitting. But yeah. Anyway, we start reading. I don't think I want to tell you guys my son. I just will. It's fine. Dear Mr. Patwa, we welcome you to our group. We are delighted that you have chosen to join Africa's largest retailer, with over 35 million customers and more than 3,000 outlets. Some of you will be able to tell what it is already, but still, not saying. The team looks forward to welcoming you on 24 November 2025 as the learner. SAP number, okay, you don't need that number. It's the place, so I'm not gonna read that. But yeah, Anyway, our customers are at the heart of our business. The passion, energy, and commitment of every employee in our group plays an important part in driving an excellent customer experience, fulfilling our purpose, and delivering work that matters. From humble beginnings in 1979, that gives you a lot of information already. We have grown significantly over 20 brands, delivering retail experience across multiple formats, including supermarkets, wholesalers, e-commerce, food, clothing, liquor, financial services, cellular services, tech products, pet shops, furniture, outdoor equipment, pharmaceuticals, and more. As the largest private sector employer in South Africa and prominent employer in Africa, you will have the opportunity to work over 165,000 diverse, talented, and passionate excuse me. I'm going to read that again. As the largest private sector employer in South Africa and prominent employer in Africa, you will have the opportunity to work with over 165 diverse, talented, and passionate individuals committed to the millions of customers we serve by making their every shopping experience a memorable one. Our purpose is simple. We uplift lives every day by pioneering access to the most affordable goods and services, creating economic opportunities, and protecting our planet. Your unique contribution will help us as we continue reimagining retail solutions for the future. We are pleased to attach your employment contract for your review and signature. Please note that this is our standard contract of employment, and as such, there may be sections that are not directly relevant to your position. If you have any questions or feedback about any terms, we encourage you to get in touch. Please feel free to connect with me or with your recruiter for any clarification required. We hope your time with us will be rewarding and fulfilling, that you will thrive as part of our family. Yours sincerely, manager's name, manager's signature. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now we're getting to the boring stuff. I say boring, but you know, I can read it in a fun way. Anyway, first page, fixed term contract of employment between the company. Actually, yeah, they refer to it as the company. I'm gonna do that too. Conditions. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. I've decided I'm just gonna read one page, cause I don't know if you noticed, but it's I have no idea. But yeah, I've got a call, and yeah, I've gotta be somewhere. So I'll just read part one page and then I'll read the rest later on. But yeah, now onto the boring stuff. Conditions. This is page 3. How do people do this? Okay. Your employment with the company is subject to your acceptance of the terms and conditions set out in this contract. Incorporated into this contract are your particulars of employment. These may be updated and substituted by the company from time to time. Okay. Date, period, and place of employment. This is just the employment start date. Excuse me. Yeah, the employment start date was the 24th of November. Like I said, I didn't record this starting then. But I am recording this on the 1st of Jan, so yeah, win-win. New year, and I'm already taking action on things that I planned long ago. So yeah. And then the employment end date is the 9th of January 2026. The work location gives away what this thing is, but again, it's probably been given away already. Subject to change as reasonably determined by the company. But the work location is just the area